Hello! My iPhone! Moment for the eye makeup, please. So remember last week when I was like, yeah guys, I don't have a Valentine. I lied because I was preparing for this video. So let me tell you the story. Basically, last week I reached out to all my friends that are in couples and I said, hey guys, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? You know, I just want to know, like, I'm curious, going on dates, getting each other gifts and stuff. And I love hearing about that kind of stuff. So definitely made sure to ask people. However, one of the responses of one of my friends really stuck out to me. And that friend is my friend Emma. She and her boyfriend are currently long distance. So it was kind of hard for them to do Valentine's Day on the day or really close to that day in general. But that's where I come in. And for context, Emma is one of like my closest friends ever. And she's also one of my oldest friends. We went to elementary school together, we went to middle school together, we went to high school together. So I've known her for a long time. This is the only picture I could find with both of us in it. She looks really sad, but I promise she's just sleepy, I think, in that photo. So since her boyfriend couldn't pull up, I started having an evil plan. So Emma goes to school in Long Island, which is kind of an offshoot of New York. It's kind of connected to New York City, so a lot of times you have to go through there to get to Long Island. I had an evil plan. Emma was gonna be my Valentine, and there was nothing she could do about it. Anyways, this video cost a lot of money, so please subscribe. So after I decided on a random Thursday that Emma was going to be my Valentine, I started looking up how to get to her because I don't know if you guys know, I don't have a car. So typically what would be a 2.5 hour drive for me became a 7-hour ordeal. But I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I like trains, I guess. So suddenly, while I'm talking to Emma, I go, oh, like, you know, I feel like I never really hear about like your roommates and stuff. You gotta tell me about your roommates. And eventually she spills her roommates' names, which I then go and look up in her Instagram following. And I DM one of them and I go, hey girl, can you let me in to your house on Valentine's weekend? And she was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. So after they were chill with me, like sleeping over, we just started planning. So first I kind of had to plan the travel that I was gonna do. So it was a couple hour bus ride to New York City. And then there's a train from New York City to where Emma lives called the Long Island Railroad. And that's just a train that goes directly through the strip, which at the time I was like, that doesn't sound too bad. And it really wasn't. But you'll see what I did. So I'm planning the trip, making sure all the times line up and everything. And that took a lot longer than I expected because the Long Island Railroad has weekend hours. So if you don't leave by 7:45, you have to wait till 4 p.m. and I was not trying to spend night in New York City. But I really didn't get around to planning all of this until like the Thursday before I left. I'm low-key tweaking. It's Thursday. So Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I'm not going tomorrow. Obviously I'm going on Saturday, but I haven't gotten like anything set up for it. And I'm like dying inside. Cause I stopped regular meds for my wisdom tooth stuff, so I'm still catching back up. And I'm losing my mind a little bit. Like, I keep getting chewed out at work, which, like, never happens. Like, usually I'm, like, pretty good at work, too, but I don't know. Like, it's just, like, this week I'm a little out of it. But I'm gonna try to book the tickets today and then see what her roommates say about setting it all up. I don't know. I'm just so tired. But I think it's gonna be worth it, so we'll see. Eventually, like, I forced myself out because there's a really nice street near me that has a couple really cute gift shops, so I figured they would have some Valentine's Day stuff. So I got her this card with a fish on it. Emma's kind of the fish girl to us because she's a marine biology major, which is like super cool, by the way. She gets to like take pictures of fish and like learn how to scuba dive and stuff all the time. That's usually the theme of things that we get her. I also got her some candy, starfish mood ring, which I found that was super duper cute. I also realized that if I was gonna ask someone to be my Valentine, you know, I feel like you have to bring them flowers. So I also had to plan in my route where I was gonna get flowers so that I wouldn't start like sneezing it up in the train the entire way. Eventually I got together with Numa and we figured out the entire plan together on how to travel there and what exactly I was going to do, which public transport is such a pain in the butt. So it actually did take a little bit, but we got it together. Me and Emma were like you know, we're like tight, so I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about going to New York City, bro. Alone. I'm so scared. It's okay. Emma's roommate said that like it's not that bad, so hopefully it won't be that bad. But I don't know. And then the night before, I did my nails. Now you might have noticed my nails already. They are they're minions. So what happened a while ago was in Ulta Beauty, I saw that they were selling these minion nails, and Emma dared me to buy them while I was with Latte, and I told Latte, if they're under $10, I will get them. And they were $9.99, so I had to get them. And I never wore them. I never found an occasion to wear them. Emma dared me to buy these like like a couple months ago, and I've never worn them. So that's how I'm gonna pull up. So then, after all that prep, I was ready to go. This was such an insane use of like free will to me, because I feel like I never just because I feel like I'll drop stuff and just go out like locally, but I've never done that just to like, I don't know, cross state lines, I guess. So I wake up and I'm like feeling like kind of like, ooh, this is really gonna happen. I'm really gonna go like hundreds of miles to someone else's house without them knowing. I get ready. I do all my makeup before I leave because I'm not bringing all that with me. And I kind of wanted to leave around 6:45 for my 7:45 bus because it's about a 15-minute walk to get there. But I was running a little bit behind, so around like 6:55 I was ready to leave. So I start packing up and slowly heading out. And for some reason, I'm like, I opened my email to check my bus ticket. It was not 7:45. It was 7:15. It was like 7:05, and I had to walk an entire mile in 10 minutes. And you're like, why don't you just run? Brother, I am the 12-minute mile person. I am not running. I tried. I did try to run because I was like, I really don't want to reschedule this. I did try to run. I gave myself a mini asthma attack. I had to take my inhaler. And I watched the bus pass by in front of me. So, you know, it happens. So I got on the bus to New York City at 8:30, and I kind of got there around 11. The train to Long Island left at about 11:45. However, the bus didn't go to the same station as the train was leaving from. So I actually had to walk through New York City a little bit, which was I don't know, I really enjoyed it. It was definitely in the more touristy area. If you're walking to Penn Station, obviously it's very near Times Square and everything. So it felt pretty safe. Everything was so distracting. I just wanted to go look at everything, but I know I did not have time. And I was talking to one of my other friends too, and he was like, oh, if you have time, you should get breakfast at this place or try a drink at this place. And I was like, it's too far, but I would if I could. And eventually I reached the train station where I was able to grab a matcha and a bagel. I waited there for a little bit, then I went to my train, and my train got to Emma's campus in about 2.5 hours, which, by the way, I found super interesting because I visited that campus. It was in my top 3 of schools to go to. So when I visited that campus, I was like, I feel like I don't remember it taking this long from New York City to get there. Why is it taking 2.5 hours? I realized later on, after I get there, that I am not on the main campus. So the main campus is in the middle of Long Island, right? So it's about an hour away from New York City. Emma goes to the Fish School campus, which is at the end in the Hamptons, which is why it took so long to get there. And I was like, dude, that's crazy. And I didn't know. I didn't know until I got there. Anyways, the train station stops in the middle of nowhere. But I kind of know where I am because I was looking at the location a lot on Google Maps. And my first stop was Stop and Shop. I found a really cute bundle of flowers that also gave back to charity a little bit, so I figured that one was pretty cute. Went across the street to a cafe, stopped there for a while, charged my phone a little bit, kept playing on my DS, which, by the way, I'm washed in Mario Kart for some reason, and that was really bothering me, so I played DS for many hours that day. So originally the plan was I was actually going to ambush her at a froyo place that they typically like sit and study at and do all sorts of stuff at. So like one of her roommates made plans with her to hang out there, and then I was just gonna be there instead of her. However, it started snowing pretty badly. And it didn't make sense story-wise for the roommates to drive in the snow because apparently they're not really super comfortable with that. So we ended up changing the plan. One of her roommates came and picked me up, and we drove over to their dorm room. When we got there, her roommate was like, "Hey Emma, I forgot my keys. Can you come let me in?" And then instead of her standing at the door, it was me. And this is how it went. She was so surprised, like I don't know what I was expecting, but it was like so cute. I was so happy.
So, how did you get here?
Okay, so I woke up at 6 a.m. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get on the 7:45 bus. And I leave my house at 7:06. And I look at the ticket. It's not 7:45, it's 7:15. And I live a mile away. So then I get there and I see the bus rolling away and I was like, cool guys. And then I sat there till 8:30 and then I got on the 8:30 and that took me to New York City. And then I went to the New York City.
So you missed the bus?
Yeah, I did miss the bus. I missed the first bus. It was all. Yeah, but then I missed that and then I did the train thing that probably everyone does.
After I got in, I gave her her gifts, which she loved very much. She wore the starfish ring like the entire time I was with her, and it was so cute. The thing, however, was that Emma told me that she actually had to go home the next day because she had a doctor's appointment in our hometown on Monday, which I or her roommates like did not know about. So I was like, you know what? I'll just come with you, and then I'll just go to my parents' house. And so that's what we did. But for the rest of the night, we just hung out. We eventually went back to the froyo place because she's super comfortable driving in the snow.
Whoa! Freaky.
Make me yogurt.
What is it? What yogurt?
I got berry, triple cookie something or other, and the normal.
Cursed.
No, you gotta mix them. I gotta get the chocolate rock.
And we also went to an ice hockey game because one of her friends was playing there.
You are the content.
I'm the content. Yeah, hockey. Yeah, hit the puck. Yeah, score a goal. Yeah.
That's all I have. My minions nails.
I'm gonna edit you. Okay, I'm gonna be like.
What you want? Like. Or you do like a vlog? Oh my god.
And then afterwards, we made a mandatory trip to Taco Bell, where I got proposed to. I said yes, by the way. Eventually, we went back, ate our food, and then crawled into her twin bed together and somehow duked it out for the entire night. Then it was time to go home. We drove in Emma's car for a little bit, and then we hopped on the train.
We are going back home. Yeah. Collecting all the grandparents like Pokemon cards.
I love my papa.
We spent some time together in New York City, even though spending time together in New York City was just being in Penn Station and then leaving Penn Station. You know, it was very eventful. We got pretzel nuggies for breakfast. I redirected the path we were walking in because there was some dude walking around with his ass out. And then we hopped back on the train to our hometown, took a little nap, while Emma wrote a card for her real boyfriend, who isn't me and is someone else.
Emma's writing a real Valentine or something. Quote unquote
Yeah.
real Valentine.
I have a shape
I don't
like
know
a
what that's
heart.
about.
Yeah, don't look at it. Look at it.
And at the end, her dad picked us up, dropped me off at my house, all while telling us about how all the Joannes are closing, which I too am very sad about. And that was my weekend adventure. I was like, it went by so fast, but like, it was honestly really, really fun. My parents were like, that was short, but did you have fun? And I was like, yeah. And I feel like this is part of the reason why I made this channel. And also the reason that I feel motivated to work at my job almost. Like, I just want to do stuff for my friends and do stuff with my friends, like, for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Like, when you think about it, like, me and Emma have been friends for like 15 years. I've never once surprised Emma in our 15 years, and I fully intended to do so at some point. And I decided that was last weekend. I hope that this year, if you did not have a Valentine, and next year you also don't have a Valentine, you lock in and you do the same thing as me. You just ambush a random person. Don't care if they have a boyfriend or not. You just go up to them and you go, you, mine. But I hope you enjoyed my little adventure. I'm very proud of this video, and I hope you liked it a lot. So if you do, please like and subscribe. I want to do more things like this, and I hope that you guys enjoy as I continue to make more stuff like this. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitch. I will post some more photos from our hangout on Instagram probably tomorrow. So if you're interested in that, make sure to follow me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye.